Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. Alright guys, if you're new here, I am a licensed mental health and addictions therapist based in North Carolina, and I'm also a financial therapy candidate. So I'm actually pursuing a certification in financial therapy, and I'm super excited because I love talking about personal finance, specifically the intersection between mental health and money. Okay, now let's talk about this. Today is day 22 of my 28-day money education challenge. So for the last 21 days, I have been filming videos that were 10 minutes or less about money, any type of money topic, but it had to tie into mental health, right? So money anxiety, all that. And I've also tied in a little bit about transitioning from a full-time job or corporate America to entrepreneurship, because that's where I'm at in my own personal life, y'all. And this is my last week, so make sure you tune in. Outside of the regular videos for this challenge, I'll be doing other videos. My paycheck video, budget video. I'll actually get paid one more time, I think. So but my actual last full video or budget video will be this week, and I will be giving you guys an update on what my 401k, 457b, Roth, and all that, what my investment accounts look like right now as we end this month. So make sure you tune in for those videos. All right, let's get straight into this topic. Today's topic is 3 tips to redefine financial success in 2026. And I thought this was a very important topic because, financial success looks different for all of us. It's very subjective. But success in general is very subjective, because what you might think is successful, I might be like, nah, that's not enough, or that's not successful to me, or vice versa, right? And so I want to help us kind of reframe what that looks like. And yes, I am still a little bit stuffy. I'm almost there, y'all. Almost there. Okay, so let's stop chasing down money the wrong way in 2026. Let's really look at this from a healthier perspective. And y'all know that's what I'm here for. How we can reset our minds to look at things in a healthy way and not be so anxious and depressed and just stressed out about money. Okay? All right, now let's talk about this. The first one is we want to kind of look at measuring success differently. I think that for the most part, overall, most of us look at our income, the field of study, like maybe our education. If we have a house, are we a homeowner, right? What kind of car we drive, how much money is in our accounts, do we even have any investments? Because there's some statistics out there that show most of us is not even investing, and no shame, nothing, but that's how most people measure success. But what if we looked at success a little bit differently, particularly around finances? What if we looked at we tracked our wealth based on freedom, right? Our ability to have freedom. And what does that look like? Time freedom, right? Being able to spend time the way we want to spend it. Being able to make do things with our families or our partners or spouses or whatever. And or even not even necessarily just always spending time with people, but maybe it's about volunteering. How do you get the opportunity to choose how you want to spend your time? Also, another way to measure is choices, right? It ties to that same concept, but how maybe it's about how you actually spend your money, right? Can you go get your hair done 2 or 3 times a week or month, versus once a month? Are you able to choose how you want to work, right? And what you want to do as far as work, right? Because a lot of times we find ourselves working in career paths that are focused on how much money that that field can pay us, that profession can pay us, versus does this really align with who I am? Or maybe you started out as an 18-year-old thinking, oh, I want to be a nurse, I love helping people, but you realize after working those all those shifts, you're like, you know what, I really don't I mean, I like helping people, but there's got to be another way for me to help people. I don't really want to do it like this no more. But so having the choice and the options to make some different decisions in your life. So maybe we can measure success a little bit differently this year, right? Like, not necessarily about how much money we have, how much material things we have, but our ability to have freedom, whether it's financial freedom or time freedom or both, and the way that we can make choices in our lives. The second thing is being able to leverage multiple streams of income. Everybody talks about this for the most part. Any financial or personal finance channel, you're going to hear somebody talk about, multiple streams of income. And the reality is, it's such an important foundation to being able to have financial success, right? Because it allows us to have more flexibility. When you have multiple streams of income, you're not dependent or controlled by one stream of income. You're not controlled by your job and your boss and your ability to get along with your manager or maintain those customers. If you have multiple streams of income, you're not controlled by your own business and your ability to make your customers happy. Or if you're a content creator, whether you make the right video that month or videos that month, and if people watch your content, or whatever it is that you do, you're not controlled by one thing. You just kind of like do what you do, and you know that you have money coming in from multiple sources. So sorry, somebody messaged me on Facebook or something like that. So growing our money is all about protecting our time and our energy, because we don't have to hyper fixate on one stream. We have more control, more flexibility. And I would say the third thing is to invest in our mindset. That is such a major piece, y'all, like for real. And y'all know, if you've been following my journey at all, you can check out my old videos. That's why I leave this stuff up, because I'm not ashamed of nothing. Like, y'all can see the phases I've gone through. But I used to be so rigid about my money and paying off debt and saving. People just messaged. I did post a post on Facebook about, like, anyway, we'll talk about it later. I used to be so rigid about paying off debt, investing and stuff like that. So I wouldn't invest. If there was something I really wanted to learn, something more, something different, I would be like, let me just save up to be able to do this, which I definitely recommend. But sometimes you have to really just step out on faith and invest in yourself. And that's what I've done. Even with starting my own private practice, I invested in a business training group with other private practice, specifically premium pay private therapists that charge, more than the average therapist would. They don't take insurance, stuff like that. And it really forced me to focus on my mindset. Like, how do I see myself? What is the value that I bring to the work that I do and to my clients? What's the transformation they're going to get from working with me? Why would I price myself at the same level that someone that may be coming straight out of school? And I know people who do. They charge a premium. They come straight out of school. But as someone who has almost 2 decades of experience in this field, a doctorate, multiple licenses, worked as a professor, as a supervisor, as a manager, like, you getting all of that, right? And you getting a financial coach too. You know what I mean? You getting all of that. Why would I not charge a certain amount? But I was still stuck with that. Like, so I had to invest in my mindset. Now, I know there's something about you in your own professional or area that you can relate to what I just shared, my example, right? But guess what? In order to overcome those things, you're going to have to invest in yourself. And no shameless plug, I am available to those who are in North Carolina, especially women, particularly women, who want to work on your mindset. Like, maybe you're going through a life transition, divorce, having kids, maybe you're trying to start a business, whatever it is that you're going through, and you need some help shifting your mind, healing some of that trauma around money or just codependency, burnout, people pleasing, all of that stuff. I'm available to you, because first of all, I know firsthand, like, for real, and I have the experience to train and to help you through this. Like, listen, and I love it. I love working with women and helping them through this process. But if you're out of state, I also offer coaching, because it would only be therapy in North Carolina, because I can't practice outside North Carolina, so there's that. But anyway, y'all, but invest in your mindset. I am telling you, those are 3 tips that we can help or redefine financial success this year. And I'm super excited to be on this journey with you guys. I have so much good content coming, especially March, y'all. So just stay tuned. This week, we're closing out this 28-day challenge, and then I'm about to hit y'all with some heavy hitters. I got me a couch and all. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all like this video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you for day 23. Bye.